My wife of 29 years. We've got Carol and Keith, which is Kayleigh's mum and dad. And we've also got Lorraine, which is David's mum, and Kev, who's her partner. Okay, first of all, I've got to get this across to you guys. These drinks are only for toasting. Because those who know me really well know that I've been a non-drinker for 14 years. Okay, it was the first 14 years of my life, and I've been making up for that ever since. And that's not true. Okay, bearing this in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the one thing I would like to do today is, for my first toast, is actually toast those absent friends and family who couldn't be with us today. So, absent friends and family. Yeah. We had a bit of a nightmare this morning, actually, me and Paul. I had his trousers, he had mine. Okay, so I'm like this trying to pull them up. His were falling down round his ankles. But we got it sorted. David, you never even knew that happened, did you? I knew you would flap about that one. Okay, now over to Kayleigh. I'd like to welcome my new daughter-in-law, Kayleigh, into our family. And indeed, into David's mother's family as well. Kayleigh, I'm sure we all agree on how beautiful you look today, darling. You have made David, and indeed all of us, very proud. We have not forgotten it's Kay's birthday today. And David, being David, didn't want it overshadowed by the wedding, although I'm sure she didn't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, my second toast. You're early, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, my second toast to Kayleigh. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kayleigh. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, darling. Do you want to do a speech now? Okay, guys. I first met Kayleigh 5 children ago. And actually, that is 13 years ago in years. And we still haven't managed to get a photograph of her. Well, tough, Kay, because today we've got loads. Unlike your husband, Disco Dave over there, who loves having his photo taken. Only when his hair's been gelled. And God help anybody who ruffles his hair up, as my girls do for a pastime with him. Kayleigh has been very good for David and kept him on the straight and narrow-ish. For this, his mothers and I would like to thank you for helping to make him the great family man he is today. You'll have to excuse me, I'll get so hot out here. I think it's the nerves, actually. Sorry, Paul. When we swap trousers, mate. So sorry. Sorry to your girlfriend and wife. So sorry.
You can't do that.
Oh yeah, it's an old sailor's trick. Okay, recently we held the stag do at Benidorm. Absolutely fantastic weekend. Tanya, Ben and I were absolutely dreading drinking with the beer-swilling northerners, particularly with David and Kayleigh telling us we had to drink for 3 days solid, 3 days and nights solid. We needn't have worried. The hen and stag blew themselves out after day 2. And David didn't even make the 3rd night. Disgraceful. However, his riding of the bull is priceless. He is a real professional at that one, and I'm sure you'll all watch him tonight when he's out there doing the first of the rides. Personally, I'd like to thank all the lads on the stag weekend for making Ben and I feel so welcome. You're a great bunch of guys and good friends to David. I know how much he loves and respects you all. Now to my son David. He clearly loves Kayleigh and the kids with all his heart. Here's just a few things why I'm so proud. He produced 5 lovely grandchildren to start off our Pagey football team, and all Chelsea fans to boot. In fact, my daughter's name is Chelsea, and spelled Chelsea. Not many of you could get away with that, could you? Man United. That will be 15 grandchildren I have now soon, because we have got another person absent today, and that's my daughter, who was supposed to be a bridesmaid. Sorry. Who's supposed to be a bridesmaid. She's suffering with morning sickness at the moment, so she's already sent you a letter. David comes across as a cheeky, lovable rogue, but deep down, my son is one of the most loving people I know. I would trust him with my life. He's loyal. He would do anything for his family and friends. He works long hours and weekends to give his family anything they want. He would give them his last penny. Whenever he thinks you need him, he is there, and so's our Kayleigh too. Anytime we're in trouble, they're always down to come and see us, and we thank you for that as well. He's very accident prone, just like his best man Paul, fingers over there. Sorry, thumbs over there. I've lost count of the times I've broken him and gave him back to his mother in a state. Here's just a few of those examples. My mother lives in a bungalow, and the only way we could access our bedroom was up some metal stairs into the loft. Quite dangerous when you got David living up there as a 4-year-old. So I gave them both the brief. Guys, make sure that you don't start jumping around as David's doing his little jump from bed to bed to bed. He comes onto the bed, straight down the hole. My God, I've broken him. I looked over, I jumped straight down, and all I got was a few flick of the eyes, a quick shake, and he was up. Well done, David, you saved my life on that one with your mum. Another time with Stephen, I think Stephen's gone now, is he? Oh, he's outside. Oh, is he? There he is, he's over there. Okay, one of the things they like doing as young kiddies is going fishing with us when we went up Portland. One thing they haven't got is patience. So they like just to keep casting it out, making out they've actually caught a fish, when I knew all the way along they hadn't. Well, this particular time, Stephen, Dad, I've got one. Yeah, all right, Stephen, as his rod goes right over and he starts being pulled out to sea. So in a oneer, I've grabbed Stephen, quite right, Stephen? But at the second time, this young man has fallen into the nearly fallen, and I've just grabbed him by his hat. I saved him in the rain. We're okay. Little legs going. Okay, so he's very, very accident prone. He likes to wind up his brothers. Is Mickey here? Michael? He's at the back. Yeah, Michael and Stephen, he likes to wind them up. Bit of a wind-up merchant, aren't you, David? One of the things he was doing to Stephen is he kept prodding him while he was asleep, and then making out he wasn't doing it, just to wake him up. Stephen had already cottoned onto this, and one of his favourite toys as a kid was a glowworm. Oh yes. Just as David's coming up, whacker! He actually knocked him out. Fair one. He never did that again. And on that note, Kayleigh, just something. A little present for you, Kayleigh. It's just some little help, just to keep him in line if he gets out of line. Happy birthday. And the other one, they love to play hide and seek. Well, this particular time, David pulled the wardrobe down on top of him because he thought it would be a good hiding place. The one thing he didn't count on is he couldn't get out. Help! Stephen heard it, ignored him. He was there all day. Well done, Stevie. David's like me in many, many ways. When I first held him in my arms as a newborn baby all those years ago, I realised how much we were alike. I looked down, and it was like Piddly Page meets Budgie Balls. But at least it works, mate, 5 times. We're all right, son, aren't we? He likes a good laugh and setting people up, and he actually set me up at my daughter's wedding in February. Ross, my son-in-law, is a Royal Marine, and his best man, who's also a Royal Marine, I got up doing the full Monty. David being David, come on, Dad, you're not going to let him get away with this one. You're in your Navy uniform, let's go and do it. Come on then, son, let's go and do it. I was in the point of no return. The hat was just about to go on, looking round for support from my son. He'd run off and left me there. And I'd just like to say that video actually went viral. Disco Dave also loves a sing-song. And that is one thing he's going to do for you this evening. He's going to give you a rendition of Father Abraham. There we go. He now loves golf. All those years I've tried to get him to play golf. I can't play anymore, but now he absolutely loves the game. And recently he got a hole-in-one. Some feat that I've never ever done. However, I did teach him well. As I always said to you, son, you put your ball in the trousers, make sure you got a hole in the trousers, shake it over the hole, Bob's your uncle hole-in-one. That's how you did it, wasn't it? You lying little devil. David and Kayleigh, both of you. You are both excellent parents to Bradley, Tiami, Bailey, Jakey and Chilizia, and excellent companions for each other. It's clear to all of us how much you love each other. Of course, you will have your ups and downs, but if you talk your problems through, you will always come through. Excuse me. Kayleigh and David, there is no challenge in a marriage that cannot be overcome by the following 3-word sentences. I was wrong, you were right, which you always will be, David, and I love you. So just remember those 3 things. So, approaching the toast, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and make sure your glasses are fully charged. Mine's being charged to Paul the best man. David and Kayleigh, here's to the past for all that it's taught you. Here's to the present for all that you share. And here's to the future for all you look forward to, together as a family. Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom, David and Kayleigh. Bride and groom. Now for the one you've all been waiting for, the groom. Thank you very much.
It's going to be me.
Save the best to the last.
Save best till last. It's not going to be that one.
Hello.
It's not going to be as long as
He had a book.
Just so you know, my speech is short and sweet, just like Kayleigh. So thanks for coming. No, I'd like to start with, and I'm sure you'd all agree, how good she looks today. So if we could all just raise a glass to me mum. No, I'm only joking, but honestly, well, I'm not joking, but take an oath. Well, anyway, what you will agree with is how stunning she looks tonight. So if you can raise a glass to Kayleigh. To be honest, I've been feeling quite nervous about this speech for some time now. But you'll all be pleased to know that I slept like a baby last night. I was up every 2 hours crying. My wife and I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming today to celebrate our wedding day. And I couldn't imagine a happier way to start married life together than having all the people we love and care about celebrating it with us. As they couldn't be here, I invited you lot instead. But no, seriously, I thank you all very much. It wouldn't be the same without none of you. Well, it might be cheaper. But on a serious note, my wife and I would like to take this opportunity to spare a thought and to raise a glass, which my dad's already done this, but to absent friends and family. So we'll do it again. Absent friends and family. Right, we'll start with some thanks. To me new in-laws, Carol and Keith, I'd like to start with thanks for all the help over the years that you've given us both. I know we've given you hell over the years sometimes, but that's what we're here for. But what you've done for us over the years, we do appreciate everything. And for letting me take your daughter's hand in marriage. This is to my mum and dad for all the support over the years, even though I've not been the easiest to deal with, as I'm sure you'll both agree. To me mum and Kev for putting up with all my stress on the lead up to today and helping me with my speech. That's a bit of a cheat, that, but he has helped me. And for always being there when we need you the most. To my dad and my stepmom. For being there for me and Kayleigh over the years. And also for travelling all the way from Portland. And always saying that we've got somewhere to go if we need to get away. Can we link it here? Yeah, that'd be good, that. And for celebrating today with us, it's, honestly. To the bridesmaids, wherever you all are, over there. How good do the bridesmaids look today?
Fantastic.
Yeah. And my wife and I would like to thank each and every one of you for doing a fantastic job today, girls. You look amazing. To my best men, well, I'd like to thank Paul, who organised the stag do. You've done a lot, mate. I really would like to say thank you very much. And you do a lot through the years. And Lee, I think he just wanted a suit and a pair of shoes. He didn't do anything. No, he has. All the stress. He listens to all the stress at work, so I have to give it to that man. To both of you, honestly, I can't thank you enough. To the ushers, Steve, Mike and Brad, I thank you three for being ushers, whatever ushers do. But you did a great job anyway. Where are they? You did a good job. I'd like to thank my granddad for coming this far as well. I know it's been a struggle for you, granddad. Bear with me. And I'd like to thank my wife, as I know I'm a pain in the ass to live with, as you can definitely vouch for that. But without her support over the years, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And that's true, that love. Thank Alder for letting us have this do here. And the bar staff for them ice cold beers. Keep them coming, guys. If you'd have asked me 2 years ago, would today have been possible? I'd have said, are you mad? But what my wife has achieved, along with help from friends and family, is amazing. In fact, I keep pinching myself, it's so overwhelming. On that note, I'd like to raise a glass, so we could all raise a glass. It's my beautiful, stunning, and the new Mrs. Page. I told you it's a short speech, I'll finish now. So, I'd like to hand you over now to my best man, Paul. And if you could just make sure you've all got your glasses full, because I know he won't let me down, he's done me a 20-minute speech. No pressure, mate, but I know he has. 45, 20 minutes. So, ladies and gents, give it up for my best man, Paul.
Thanks, David. No pressure. I've been looking forward to it, to be honest. In all seriousness, I've been a bit nervous about it. It must be the third time today I've got up out of a warm seat with paper in my hand. So. I'd just like to thank everyone for coming to David and Kayleigh's big day today. I don't want to disappoint, like David said, so I've kept it short and sweet, because if I spoke about David for too long, Kayleigh would be filing for a divorce. And I want to keep on right side of David, because he said if I do a good job today, I've got this job at his next wedding too, so I'll keep it sweet for you, short and sweet. David first met Kayleigh almost 14 years ago on a night out with me. He didn't want to come out that night, but I dragged him out. So if it weren't for me dragging him out that night, they wouldn't be here getting married today, so I really do apologise, Kayleigh. If you've ever been out for a drink with David, you'll realise he loves the bandit machines. In fact, I can't remember a time I've been out with him and I ain't been on my own stood there watching him putting all his wages in it. The only time he's finally got off it and you've got some conversation out of him is when he's won the jackpot. And then he'll walk away with a big smile on his face until you remind him he's had to put all his wages in to get that jackpot. The night he met Kayleigh is the only night I've ever witnessed anyone drag him off a bandit, so it must have been true love at first sight. And here we are, 14 years later. I'd just also like to thank the lads for a great stag do, and last night out with the lads for David, as the ball and chain will be out after today. Although he didn't make it out on the last night with us, the lightweight. I'd just like to say the bride looks beautiful today, and the bridesmaids and ushers have done a fantastic job. Can we give them a round of applause, please? I hope I haven't missed anyone out. No, in all seriousness, David is a top lad. Couldn't wish for a better friend. He's like a brother to me, but today signals the end of our bromance and the start of their romance. It's an emotional day, even the cake's in tears. Anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Can we all just raise our glasses and congratulate the new Mr. and Mrs. Page, and then wish them all the happiness for the future? And that's it. Thought it was short and sweet. 5 minutes, wasn't it? I did not last that long. You're about 42 minutes short. Alright, I'll do.
Do it again.
Raise the glasses then. That's me done.
42 minutes? That was rubbish. I'm only joking. I know Kayleigh's been online and I've seen all the posts on Facebook and stuff like that, and I have seen a few things on there. So it was a little surprise for you as well. Let's see you swing. Here, you're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off you. You feel like heaven to touch. Oh, I wanna hold you so much, and long as love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Come on, guys. I can't take my eyes off you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing left to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. Oh, no words left to speak. And if I feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off you. This is a bit where you join in. Are you ready? Nice and loud. Are you ready? You know the words? Ready? Stand on your dress. Your turn. You ready? You want my lonely night, I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh, pretty baby. Know that I found my way, let me love you, baby, let me love you. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off you. You feel like heaven to touch. Oh, I wanna hold you so much, and long as love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off you. This is your turn, you ready? Turn, you ready? Baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to want my lonely night. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, you'll bring me down, I pray, oh, pretty baby. Now that I found my way, let me love you, baby. Let me love you. to be true.